Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. And figures have been released that confirm that there has been 17 million trees cut down in Scotland for wind farms. That's 1 million trees a year for every year the SNP have been in control. And to do what? You're destroying the natural environment. You're taking away entire ecosystems just to put up bird choppers because you think that is virtuous and is going to save the world. At the same time as India is burning 1 billion tonnes of coal. I've got news for you. Destruction of Scotland's natural beauty and ecostructure is not a good thing. They are talking about bringing in laws called ecocide into the Scottish Parliament. Let's hope that the very first people they prosecute is themselves. When you are destroying acres upon acres upon acres of natural countryside, forestry, hedgerow, growth, the sort of land where small creatures live and inhabit for thousands of years, gone and wiped out. So you can put these big monstrosities in their place because you want to be virtuous to save the planet. It's a crime. Let's take a look to see how bad the numbers are and why it is continuing to this day. Here goes. So, anger as 17 million trees dropped down in SNP Scotland to clear the way for wind farms. And at great cost as well. And then you're not even owning the wind farms, and all the money that they generate is going out of the country. If anyone was actually to come up with a way of utterly destroying Scotland, this would be it. Not only are you destroying the natural beauty that brings people there, you're also creating these monstrosities that only encourage the money to leave the country. Because the money the people are spending to get the electricity isn't getting reinvested back in the country by ownership of these things. It's going out to Norway or whatever, whoever owns them. What a way to run a country. What a way to destroy a country. A Scottish Government quango has commissioned the destruction of more than 17 million trees in the last 24 years in order to build wind farms on public land. And nobody knows why. The Scottish Government has been blasted after it was revealed that more than 1 million trees have been chopped down on publicly owned land in just a year to make way for wind farms. This mass cutting down of trees came despite the SNP and the Scottish Greens claiming environmental credentials. When you are uprooting entire ecosystems for these things, that is not environmentally friendly. It is destructive. It is like the clearing of the Amazon rainforest. It is no different. Communities in rural Scotland have complained about massive turbines blighting their landscapes, with even more planned in areas such as Aberdeenshire and Moray. And now it has been revealed that an SNP quango is getting rid of healthy trees in order to make space for them. Oh yes, the wind will be blowing, but we're dead because there's no bloody oxygen. According to new stats, more than 1 million trees were chopped down on public land, which is the equivalent of 2,700 trees a day. Critics describe this as appalling and warned that the rising number of wind farm developments are causing irreparable damage to the countryside. In a Freedom of Information request, the Scottish Government estimated that 17.05 million trees have been cut down since 2000 in areas that are currently managed by public agency Forestry and Land Scotland. This is based on a figure of 8,500 hectares, using an average number of trees per hectare of 2,000. Now, nobody can say that this is in any way, shape or form a good idea. Taking entire ecosystems that have been there for thousands of years, ripping them up, letting all these animals die, killing millions, trillions if you take the insects and things, trillions of animals dying. So you can put a big bird chopper up for no benefit whatsoever to the people of Scotland. None at all. Zero. In fact, a major loss. The money they pay in their electricity bills leaves the country, doesn't even get reinvested back into the country. It's not Scotland's money anymore. Money must have changed hands here. There must have been backroom deals. This sort of thing should be illegal, but it isn't in modern SNP-run Scotland. Alexander Burnett, the Scottish Tory MSP for Aberdeenshire West, hit out at the government for causing irreparable damage to Scotland's spectacular countryside at a rapid rate of knots. He added, "It's appalling that in the space of a year, more than 1 million trees have been chopped down without any community consent." The communities don't want them. These big things, ugly, noisy, hideous, and not benefiting them at all. If the rule was if you can see one, you got free electricity, that would be different. But it isn't. The sheer size of these developments and the damage which is being caused are making many areas uninhabitable for people. And having met residents whose communities have been tarnished and are now dominated by wind farms, I've heard firsthand how their lives have been impacted on an industrial scale. The Scottish Government cannot continue to knock down trees at this substantial level. Otherwise, not only will areas of historic importance be jeopardised, but both residents and tourists will abandon these once wonderful places. And they're doing all this because they want to achieve that wet dream of net zero, and a dream that is entirely impossible to meet. And meanwhile, the destruction and impoverishment, I suppose is the only word I can think of there, of Scotland continues apace by the SNP and their lackeys. They're criminals. They're eco-criminals. Coming up. As these things go up, the SNP get their little wet dreams. Like, oh, look at us, we're being virtuous. Look, we're generating this. The fact is that those wind farms don't generate as much energy in their lifetime as is required to create them. And you have to look at all the environmental cost and all the millions upon millions of dead animals just so that they can look virtuous. What utter morons these people are. I shall finish there. Thank you very much for watching. Hit the thumbs up. Definitely check to see you're still subscribing. If you're not, please subscribe. And if you are yet to subscribe, please subscribe. Help the channel. Help us grow. Help us beat YouTube because they're beating us at the moment. Till next time, stay safe, stay well, and I will speak to you later. Bye.